Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions. Thank you again so much for our time together. I want you to come with me to the book of Acts chapter 20 today. I find so many young people called to the ministry and then they don't make it. They're like John Mark. They run away. They're like the people Jesus talked about who put their hand to the plow and turned back, and they're no longer fit or worthy for service in the kingdom of God. But Paul was not a person like that. Paul understood the ministry is not all happy, happy, joy, joy, lots of honor standing in front of people. And that's what the talking head ministries would like us to think that the ministry is all about. But young people, if you're going to change the world, that's not the ministry. The talking head presenters who never have any contact with people and just get on television or get in front of a large crowd, and they're good with their charisma and they're good with their PowerPoints, and so you think that's what the ministry is. Listen to a man who is not a quitter. Listen to a man who told young Timothy, I've finished my race. Acts chapter 20, verse 21. He's called the elders of the church from Ephesus to him in Miletus, and he says to these other leaders, you yourselves know how I lived among you the whole time from the first day I set foot in Asia, serving the Lord with all humility and with tears and with trials that happened to me through the plot of the Jews. Paul said, humility, tears, and trials. He said, that kind of sums up my life of service. I want to challenge young people today. If God has called you to the ministry, get over this illusion that it's going to be this glorious life, this life full of accolades and people looking up to you. It's going to be a life of humility. It's going to be a life of tears. You're going to cry yourself to sleep many times in this life. And it's going to be a life of trials. There's going to be a lot of people that do things to try to hurt you. Because if you can't stop the message, you stop the messenger. Understand, the life of the ministry is a life of sacrifice. Now, if you want the ministry, if you're listening to me all across the nation today, or our Balikbayans, all of our people scattered abroad, if you want the ministry, I want you to get into the School of Pastoral Studies. If you're willing to pay the price, if you're willing to live the life of sacrifice, and you want the ministry, I want you to get into the School of Pastoral Studies as soon as possible. We want to open churches all across this nation. But it's only for people who understand the reality of the ministry.